Hey guys, Sean SB Sabers here. I'm going to do a little unboxing of the MR Tyrannus Elite, as well as a tutorial on how to fix your grips if they're not lining up properly. Rightio, so here we've got a MR Tyrannus Elite standard edition in box. So we've got the box lid with the artwork, got the foam, and then inside here we've got the saber itself. So what comes in the box? Inside the box, accessories first, you get the magnetic FX emitter ring, you get the plaque, you get a toolkit, a couple of extra screws and magnets, and you get the vented pommel. So yes, vented pommel. And then of course the hilt. So all of the hilts, I've put this cling wrap back on. Quickly take that off. Rightio, so the hilt itself, so yeah, we got the static pommel, red button, which is functional. You just have to loosen the two screws. So you got the greeblies, the main body, the grip panels, main button, and the claw. Now there's been some feedback given about the grips and them not aligning properly. So you can see on this one here we've got a slight alignment issue down the side here, a little bit here where it's not sitting flush, and the bottom ones yes, so this bottom one here as well, it's got a small gap, it's a little bit misaligned. What I'm going to pop these grips off. Have a look at the plates that go on. So we've got these plates here which fit onto the hilt. As you can see, they are the same size as the cutout. And I have one for the lower half here. So yeah, they sit nice and flush. Then we move on and have a look at our grips. And we can see that this grip here is slightly misaligned. So you can see just here the metal part is sticking out, and slightly the same on this side. The top is fairly good, a little bit here and here where it overlaps. As for the lower grips, tiny little bit of overlap there, and that one there actually looks quite good, and a little bit misaligned up in this top corner. So there is a fairly simple DIY fix for this. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your grip and start to remove the rubber from the metal part. It's stuck on with a contact adhesive and it will peel off. This is one here you can see I've peeled off earlier. And we're going to realign the grip so that it fits better onto the saber. So what you're going to want to do, take your grip, the metal plate, and using a contact adhesive, any brand will work, 3M contact adhesive. I'm using this one here, which is a heavy duty headliner and carpet adhesive. Bonds, foams, fabrics, plastics, rubbers, sticks well onto metal as well. I've used it for all sorts of different projects. And you're going to want to give it a light spray, like so. Now I like to leave it sit for a couple of minutes, just because it tacks up really well. I'll take the gloves off for this next step. I'll speed it up just a little bit for the video. As you can see there, you know, it's already very, very sticky. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your rubber grip piece and place it onto the metal backing, like so. You are going to want to line up the back and this front edge, wrap it around, take a look and see here it's metal sticking out. We're going to want to push it around just to get that nice alignment on the back edge, like so. And then the front, move it a little bit further until we're happy with where we've got it sitting. So what you would like to have ideally is one side lining up with the rubber grip and the other side, like this, is going to overlap very slightly, and that's fine. Once you have adhered the grip, I recommend using some masking tape or painter's tape, just wrapping it around like this. Do one at the front. I also do one across this way and attach it underneath like that. And I will place that aside. You know, you could leave it for a couple of hours, but overnight will be ideal, just to make sure that that contact adhesive has cured. I've got one here that I did yesterday. So quite a little bit more tape on this one. And I'm going to peel off the tape. Make sure you peel it off carefully. So there you go, that new grip is adhered nicely onto that metal plate. Now, what you're going to want to do is grab your MR Tyrannus hilt. Like so, I'll take this plate off and place this grip on the hilt. Now, as you can see, now that we have aligned those back and fronts, we have much nicer fitment here. It's going to sit up on the sides because the double-sided tape isn't adhered. We have a nice much better fitment here and down here. We're still left with a slightly raised section up the top here. So the fix for that, I'm going to remove the grip again, and we know that the glue job was done well. We are going to place it on a flat surface like this, and you can see it's just sticking out ever so slightly, and we're just going to trim the smallest amounts. Make sure you keep downward pressure on the grip itself. That will force any little excess to sort of become more pronounced. Taking off bits like that. And just by removing a small amount from those sides, you will now see that this back section is far less pronounced than it was. This same process can be repeated for these sides. I've got one here, same thing again. You would take your contact adhesive and re-glue this on. And I've got one here which has a slight overlap. You'd place it down onto the table or a cutting mat with a small razor blade or an exacto knife, and just trim the tiniest little bit off. If you have a little bit like that, you can run your blade backwards over it. We go like that, like so. You've only got to trim a really small amount because you're only tweaking that alignment up. Now we place that grip onto there, like so, and now we have a much better fitment on this grip as well. Now, for anyone who's worried about removing the rubber from these metal plates, sometimes they can be quite firmly adhered. As you can see with this one, it has less rubber behind. You can clean these using a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover. And as for these grips, we are going to be ordering replacement rubbers for anyone who needs those. And they'll be sent out to free to anyone who was on the Mr. Tyrannus run. So all you need to do is reach out, and we'll be happy to send you out, you know, 1 or 2 sets of these rubbers at no cost. So yeah, that's it. So that's a quick and easy fix for the grip alignment on the Mr. Tyrannus. It works quite well. And yeah, if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out at support@spsabers.com. I'll get back to you when I can. Yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.